safe. Yahoo! 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 October 18. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hello, it's your boyfriend.
Yes!
Shamira. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammers at Studio 1 of Global Studio. It's impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to your testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call as first witness. First, I would like to call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Oh god, oh no. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir, I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and the young woman at the production assistant. At the production staff were the employee area until noon. All the production staff. Okay, there's a V. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard's station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Because he has a big nipple. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case. In brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? I got it, I guess.
Be fine.
You can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Alright, thanks. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. That question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Oh boy. Oh boy. Will the witness declare her name? Old bag. Oh god. Aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm sorry, he's gay. I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Oh god. I'm sorry, ma'am, he's gay. It's not gonna work.
True.
Your name, please. He has a boyfriend. Come on. Oh, dearie, you don't need to be somewhere. You can just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting the witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. Just call me Grandma. Even though I was young, I was Oldbag named Yuri. All children don't name you. Can you believe it? But there was Captain Junior High, and when he called you, I can just try. Objection! I object to the witness talk on him. Yeah, I object to it. It was very difficult to say, and I am not that good. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting into the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get into the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. What's one thing to say? Oh boy, it's time to press everything. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Alright. Boom, boom. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station. No, you didn't!
Stop.
Stop talking! There wasn't security. Yeah, we locked. I was saying no one was supposed to be there could get in. But what about the thing? The whole thing. Turn that morning. Can I ask you what that is? Just because. What kind of errands? Oh well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and oh, she's right there. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Yeah, weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I was always watch Hammers run through, always. I never missed one in all of my years. Oh wow, I want to see a steel samurai run through too. You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Seriously? Anyway, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by at 2 p.m. Yeah, we was Powers. That man right there. Yeah. I'm just gonna press everything. Bum 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 bum. Nick, this is your chance. Pull out secret weapon. What secret weapon? The photo? Bum, bam, bum, bum.
Save first.
Oh god! I clicked quick save, not the... Okay, never mind.
Well, you got the right one.
Okay. I clicked quick save. That surprised me. Let me get it straight, old bag. Or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying that since yesterday. You saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in his photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. Oh, I'm using O.
Yeah, you should search for the start button first.
What is this exactly? None other than a steel samurai, defender of Neo Tokyo. Miss Oldback. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course, didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? Yeah. Well, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai! I know that! I wasn't bored yesterday! No one is, of course, accusing you of that, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
Old bag.
Miss Oh, the judge is such a cutie. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers. You nosy old man. He's the judge. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Not even he knows. Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised. Why is Edgeworth so audibly surprised too? Because the prosecution would like to ask the witness. The old bag.
The old witness.
Please make known all your information in your position ahead of time. How was I to know everyone should be nosy? You should always be ashamed. I showed that photo to a young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence. Any good as evidence, pal.
No.
He didn't even give it a second
No!
look.
No!
Ugh.
No!
Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning during the run through the action scene, I saw Power trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now, look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his legs, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew his power was happy. So he had sprained his ankle? I feel so bad for Gumshoe.
Yeah.
No.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. Please don't press her until she squeals. I wouldn't want to hear that. Please, I don't want to hear that. Yes, you do! Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't said anything yet. If you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on a straight and narrow. Up and up. Yeah, the arrow is whining about each other. Pointing at okay, cry. Mr. Wright, please, for all of us, try not to upset the witness. Oh,
Yeah, for you.
Did I? I don't know.
Yeah.
What happened? Kenapa? Why is Lia owing?
Yeah, instead of you. It's funny.
Did I? Maybe. Well, we can look at the recording later.
Anyways, they're gay.
Yes.
Oops. She was. Trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Which one? Just because he broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear, the murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tapes to fix it.
Duck.
This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Okay. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. Okay. Hold it.
Who is snoring?
Was Mr. Powell's ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot, okay. Okay, what the hell am I supposed to do? Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions? Alright, just keep pressing.
Everything?
No, I didn't.
And press everything.
I'm gonna press
Press
everything.
everything.
Who's press and then the run through? Well, let's see. There was Powers. He's a steel samurai. The poor old hammer. The evil magistrate. And me. What exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run through then. Bam! Trip and fall. Yes, and think he's supposed to be a steel samurai. What a laugh. So Power sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? Ah!
It's not better.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we? I'm gonna forget I even read that.
Yep.
Where was the
Yes.
assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle. We already did that one. How bad? Did I press that one? Wait, I did press that one. Oops. I think we've heard enough, haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me, which is, where's the steel samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking though. Anyway, that's not important. That's important! What are you talking about? The clothes, the costume that was being used by the murderer at the day of the murder. Not important. Let's skip over it. Anyway, the witness did see the steel samurai, yes. Gilling. And it's clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object! Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the steel samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have considered that possibility also.
No.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice.
He's the one who stopped her.
Yeah. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True. The only person I saw go to the studio before then, well, was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, it would have been Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Oh boy. Oh boy. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2 p.m. Yes, it's true. The only person I saw at the studio. I'm gonna keep pressing. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking, right? No one else went there. Hold it! What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before 1? Why, everyone was in the employee area before then. I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. You press wide, huh? Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio has passed by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have Edgy Boy. Edgy Boy?
Yeah, Edgy Boy.
Oh, Edgeworth. Edgy Boy? That's my nickname for him. Oh, the windbag sure has balls. What? Or, well, you know what I mean. Well, the windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Wow. Okay. Am I supposed to present something? I feel like the biggest idiot right now.
Oh, yeah. That's how you feel when you play with a corner, basically.
What? Wait, I didn't. Oh, I pressed that by accident. I'm so sorry.
No.
Is that it? Oh god.
Yeah.
Look at this photograph one more time. Huh? But like, huh? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here, I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right, anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data.
Yes.
Ooh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, you might have an opening.
I just now.
That was very computer printed out this photo. I totally said that line wrong. Note that on the back of the photo I printed the words October 15, 2 p.m. photo 2. Even if I know what it means taken 2 p.m. on October 15th, really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo 2. Photo
You know
2?
that?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one but two people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with the access. The security lady herself. You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means two people went by. Well, yes, that's what it seemed to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these new-fangled computer things. Edgy boy, help! Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are, you whippersnapper too. Huh! Void! We're in the void now! Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right! I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate? Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. Oh boy, the other person. The other person was me! I go through the photos recorded by the security cat and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see? Seriously? Can't you do that in the end of the day? I come to think of it, now I remember throwing out the one photo that day. Miss Oldbag! This is the first I heard of this! He's not telling Edgeworth anything. Of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right, anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Love that you're gonna run out
Every
of
day I
breath.
finish my guard duties, I have an important job to do. I go through the photos, record, secure the cameras, and check them. I throw out any photos that are suspicious. I remember throwing out one photo a day. Well, who in the heck was that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They was hanging about, one was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Wow, she's really just gonna spill it all, huh? The drain has been loose for a while. It leads outside and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers.
Is it like
Kids?
level kinky?
Azu, what are you saying? It's going in the recording, you know?
As going in the recording, you know.
So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order! Let me get this straight. You saw two people pass by the gate their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about in 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible for a young boy to wield a samurai spear. Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information, and no forgetting vital information this time. Beep boop. October 18, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh, it's the lion! Mr. WP? Yes? Oh, tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go outside the studio? I didn't go outside the studio, I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in the security photo? How would I know? I was the Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone who wants to steal a Steel Samurai costume. Steal a Steel Samurai costume. So where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick! What are we gonna do? First we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can't get in our day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Bam. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thought on the matter? Prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence. But there's still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order! Interesting. Order! Interesting. Let us hear you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as the stakes weren't high enough. So, was this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Oh god! Really? The assistant girl? That's sad. Does it matter what I choose?
Yes, be careful.
What? The security lady. Who? Steel Samurai is dragging like in this picture that minds whoever was in his suit knew about this morning injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person at other power. What the hell am I doing? Whippersnapper. Wap jib 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 jib.
Well, the music says you did something good.
What? No way. Is this true, old bag? Old bag? That's Miss Old Bag to you. Miss Old Bag was standing guard alone in the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post and steal the Steel Samurai, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Symbol, Your Honor. She knew the camera and the gate would take her picture. If she was in the costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes too, baby. What the shit? Am I really reading this line? Is this a real line? This can't be a real line. Huh?
Can't be.
That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does prosecution have opinion on this matter? He's just thinking. The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What's that supposed to mean? Also, y'all think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't you sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. I won't give Granny a break. The very same reason that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to pull her hammer? Gilling, you forget that Mr. Power lacks a clear motive too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. It's only a grade schooler though, as you said. Second or third grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was at that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds. Christ. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, is it nice to the kids and mean to your elders' day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed, then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could have not committed this murder? I don't know, he can't get in.
I like how she's like silent.
I'm so confused!
I gave out a clue, so I'm not gonna tell anyone.
I'm safe. Wait, I was saving! Fine.
Thank God it's right.
Yeah,
That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible! I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? Oh, really? That was the reason. I thought it was because it was too big for a boy to hold. But apparently not. It's because it's in the photo. The windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. It's a first for her to shut up. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy. What was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all.
The old bag.
The old bag. The court is adjourned. Woohoo! Yahoo! Yahoo! Wait a second. I'm not going to sit here or run off barking in the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking. Everyone just doesn't want her to talk anymore. Oh great, stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, we must know. There's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By who? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Oh, well, testify. Oh boy, my lips were sealed. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at studios on that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Oh wow, she's just really petty.
But she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to be a murderer.
I mean, who would want to be called a murderer?
I guess. Yeah. Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this is a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Too bad for the judge.
Yeah, the judge is like always getting shocked by all these weird-ass witnesses. Right? Global Studios wanted to keep quiet about something. There were some other people. Who was it? Who were these people? The director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. Could have done a run through of the action scene without the director. Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
Well, true.
So where were these people? The director was in an employee area all morning for the run through. He joined the producer around lunchtime when they had a meeting after that. Where? he doesn't even have a question mark in the end. It's just where? Oh, the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Phoenix! Did you even look at the map?
Honestly, what
Dumb.
an idiot.
Why would it be called Studio 1 if there's no Studio 2? Here it is. See, it's right there. It's so obvious. You go all the way to the left. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Oh, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but sure, I guess. Cause I just want to know more anyway. It's old bag. It's trial for murder. I know that, silly. You're pretty convincing having nothing to do with it. They gave me a little bonus on the side. Well, there goes your bonus. Oh, you got your bonus and you still talk. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask. Is that it? Just take a break.
Just take a break.
Your Honor, I've learned there was other global studios. Director and the producer and some bigwigs. Bigwigs? Were all present.
Mhm.
Yeah, we stand here. They have not been questioned. I hold that it's impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. Wham! The court acknowledges the defense point. The prosecution will gather more information about witness Miss Oldbag. He finally says Oldbag.
Don't miss.
And more information about these other people would have just been told off. And Edgework is angry. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Willpowers. That is all. The court is adjourned. Woohoo!
Oh.
Yoo-hoo.
Yay.
October 18. That's 10 days before my mom's birthday. Absolutely unnecessary information.
That's fine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. Oh, it's okay. You're welcome, Mr. Lion. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Audible grin, apparently. or should I audible sniff? We'll be going down the studios to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. That's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been the old windbag? Windbag. What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy a bit for just to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, or with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Let's get down to... Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks guys. Aww.
Okay.
Oh, is this a checkpoint?
I mean, like, the first few cases are really
Cool.
fast, so...
That means you can cut off this video right here.
Yes.
I'm going to eat this chocolate.